and I'll be a happy
Oh
camper.
my God, you guys threw Toy Story 2 in here. What a fucking go. You
Throwback,
just like
right?
reached into my childhood,
Yeah,
bro.
there might be a few of those in here. They're games I
What are
played when I was a
you
kid.
doing, bro?
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, this is going to be something different today. We're going to do a tier list episode for the first time. We're taking video games that are just notable in general, video games from our childhood, just the games we want to talk about in general, and we're going to try and tier list them. And at the very end, I'm not going to go into too much detail. We're going to do something where we turn the tier list into a kind of a rarity board where there's going to be the fewest games in S tier and A tier. It's going to go kind of downwards. So that's going to be hard at the end there. So, all right. My name is Luke, and I'm here with Eddie
What up, everybody?
and Boston.
Hello. I'm very excited for our topic today.
I'm also very excited, mostly because it gives me a chance to pit myself against Boston in an area that I think he is well adept, in an area which I am almost certain I am better adept.
We'll see. All right. Kick us
right.
off, Luke.
The tier
Let's
list is
get
turned
this
into a
show on.
competition. All right. Well, the games are in a random order. There's like one or two duplicates. We'll just put them in this little disqualified section. The tiers are S tier is number 1, A, B, C, D, and F, going in that order. All these games are in a random order, so we're just going to go through them and see kind of how they end up. So starting with Battlefront 1. And I think,
Ooh.
Boston, you said before we give any argument, we should say where it goes and then defend it after.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll change things as we move here.
Let's try it.
Battlefront
Well,
1,
count us down.
I know where I would put it.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
B.
B tier.
Ooh.
That's amazing. I didn't want to talk over you guys, but I was also thinking B tier.
Hey, there we go. It's a decent game, right? I'd say it's decent. Good memories in playing that game.
I think it was a groundbreaking game, but it left a lot to be desired.
Sure, kind of
It
simple.
was different in and of itself, but it left stuff to be desired.
Just to confirm, this is the one that had the multiplayer where you played online, right? That started that whole franchise. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this repeatedly through this list. I think games with split screen are goated, but there are going to be games on this list that are higher than this game. So I think B tier is fair.
Good reasonable spot.
I feel
to
like,
put it.
and I'm sure that I'll get into this when we talk, because I saw Battlefront 2 is on here too. But I feel like it's a great shooter, but at the time and since, there were other great shooters. I think the greatest thing about it was it just introduced this concept of like the changing of the classes in the Star Wars universe, and the physics was really good, and it felt immersive. It felt like you were playing an endless series of battles inside the movie.
Yeah, definitely a good game. Number 2, because we got a lot to get through. I'm sure a lot of these are going to bring up topics. So number 2, I don't even know what this game is. Can you guys read it? Do I need to zoom
Armored
in?
Core 6 Fires
Oh,
of
right.
Rubicon.
Yes, that's what it was.
Jesus Christ!
I
wonder
didn't
who
play it,
suggested that.
so I have no opinion.
Okay.
I also did not play it, but I have witnessed Boston play it, and it is pretty spicy and it is pretty fast.
It is spicy and it is fast. So I guess I'm the only one who can have an opinion on this, and I'm gonna go B tier on this game. This
Equal
game
to
is very
Battlefront.
fun. It's essentially you create a loadout with your mech, and then you get sorties delivered to you. And outside of the sorties, there's no open world. There's nothing like that. You're just dropped into a level, and your goal is to do whatever the like mission objective is. And you have to like change your loadout going in to make sure you have enough ammo and the right kinds of guns for a variety of different situations. So it forces you to like play on your feet, but then it has the super fluid and fast From Software like combat system, but mechanized as opposed to Elden Ring or Dark Souls. So it feels very responsive, and by that standard, I think it's a solid B tier game.
Fair enough.
Pretty fair defense.
Take your word for
I don't
it.
have anything to say against that. I did look
No,
like a
it's
fun game. I won't bullshit you. It was very visually appealing.
It was good.
All right.
All right.
Borderlands 2. Okay, so I played this game at my friend's house. I never owned it.
Man.
It was kind of the first game that I played that had like loot, where I really was like, what's up with loot? Why is loot such a big deal? And so I didn't play it enough to learn, but it was my first introduction. But I think you two both played this game.
Bro, I have only played this game because of Boston Ellis. As a matter of fact, this game is one of the reasons I think Boston and I are such good friends. It was definitely one of the first like times where we sat down and spent like extended amount of times together, like trying to figure something out and like get through the thing. And I think Boston had already played it at that point, but it was
I had, but I wasn't good at it. Like that was my first time playing.
But this is a
looter
childhood
shooter
game
like
for both of you. Yes?
it was more of a college
High
game.
school-
High school, college? Okay. So then you
But
both
I
have
will
an
say, I
opinion. So I do want you both to do the countdown again and say where you think it should go before we say anything more
Okay.
about it. 3.
Okay.
Do you know? Actually, do you both know where you want to put it?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
Boston,
I know
you're
where I
good?
would put it.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
A tier.
Bravo.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh. Difference in opinion. So
You said
really,
A?
really,
I
really
will-
quick. Let
yeah.
me make something known. If you put it in B tier, closer to B means it's higher up.
Okay.
So if we put it back here, it's less than these two. If we put it up here, it's higher. So in between
Oh,
what
word,
you both
okay.
said would be right there. But Eddie said A
Yeah,
tier.
I mean, I'll tell you why I would put it at A tier. It's the only not Battlefront, Borderlands game that I would put A tier. I think it did the best job. I've played a couple of them since. It did the best job of combining like, an RPG with like fun combat with like comedy. I don't think any of the other ones measured up, and I think it will never go above A tier. I think
I also agree that it's the best in the series for sure. And I'm like reconsidering A right now because the campaign was honestly so fun. So I think I could bump it up to A.
All right, we'll
Yep,
put it there.
I'm cool with that.
We might need to fight about this one as we get ones up there, but here we go. All right, moving on. Civilization. This is sort of the franchise, so some of these are going to be individual games. So just to make this clear, we have like Halo 4, somewhere in here is Halo 3 and Halo 2 and Halo 1 and stuff like that. But then some of them it's going to be more like, all right, this is kind of all the games. So like Pokemon, we're going to do as a franchise. Civilization, we're going to do as a franchise. Maybe even Fallout. But for this one, I think, Eddie, you've played this. I've never played Civilization ever. Boston, did you ever play this? Whoop.
A handful of times. It wasn't like for me as much as other games that are similar to that.
It's it reminds me a little bit of like how you talk about like chess and then like 4D chess or like 3D chess and like 4D chess. It reminds me a little bit of like 4D chess, but for Age of Empires, because you have like real like problems that you got to deal with, but also you're trying to play like a Monopoly style, like acquire the right boards to get the right resources, build the right town.
Turn-based, right?
Some of them are turn-based. Some of them are. I think they actually are all turn-based. I don't think I've ever played one that's not turn-based.
So like for me, I much preferred like the real-time versions of those games, like Age of Empires.
That's super fair. That's super fair.
So would you both have a rating to give this one?
Go ahead.
No, I really don't. Honestly, I didn't play enough of it.
Where would you
I
put
give it a
then,
solid C. A solid C tier rating. I think it's a really good strategy game. I think the turn-based action of it leaves a lot to be desired, but I think it's a fun game that is.
Even though I haven't played it, I think I would put it in a similar
Playability is a
place
big
just
thing.
because I don't know many people that are like, oh, this is the game. Like, obviously, when we brought up Battlefront,
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, we all have a place in our heart for Battlefront because we all played it. We all enjoyed it to a certain extent.
Absolutely.
Civilization seemed kind of more niche to me because I've never played it. I don't really know anyone else who plays
It's a good
it.
way to describe it.
So see what
That's a good way to describe it.
Put it, knowing nothing.
It definitely scratches a very specific itch.
Okay, Call of Duty Black Ops. And I think, should we make this all the Black Ops games? 1 through 4, 5? Because Cold War is Black Ops 6, the one that just came out recently.
Well, I don't know if another thing I
you
wanted
guys
to find
probably have
out
specific.
was.
Well, actually, really quick before you say it, because you guys probably have specific things about this specific Black Ops. Like you went to the midnight release or something or whatever. Boston, go ahead.
I think we should all on the count of 3 say which Black Ops is our favorite before we continue in this conversation, okay?
And
I
fantastic idea.
am limited because I started playing Call of Duty kind of late. I did miss out on its hype, but I'll do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Black Ops.
Cold
Black Ops
War. I just didn't play I didn't play Black Ops 2. I know people like
Black Ops
4 and
2.
people like 2, from what I understand. Those are the ones that people really,
The
really
story of Black Ops 2
like. Yeah.
was awesome.
It was the
It was
perfect
like-
Call of Duty game in the sense that the multiplayer was amazing, the story was amazing, and it had zombies.
Yeah, exactly. We were going down the same exact. I was gonna say the story was unbelievable in the sense that it was like, it wasn't some crazy shit. We're like, oh yeah, we're blowing up an airport. Like, no, it was like plausible, potential secret CIA missions that maybe could have happened. They kind of like fold into history. So it was good for me in that sense. But I remember the multiplayer was like, it was great. We spent hours in college. That game also came out when I was a sophomore in college. So we spent hours in college just killing each other in that game. And then zombies was another thing. That was the last one that had zombies for a little bit, if I remember right.
My dick would get so hard ripping 11 kill streaks online. Oh,
Memories. I have obviously a very different opinion because I didn't play Call of Duty much before Warzone. I played it some, but I never owned it.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of my video game history. But I played Warzone, and then Cold War came out, and so it was my first experience playing zombies. Was in Cold War. I played all of them. Or played like zombies. I played multiplayer. I played hardcore multiplayer and regular multiplayer, but I just didn't own the games. I just didn't own a system, and I wasn't really gaming much back when the Call of Duty games were coming out. So Cold War and Warzone were my first experiences with leveling up my guns and getting attachments and unlocking camos and getting competitive in the multiplayer and then playing zombies, the whole thing. So I have a place in my heart for Cold War. So how do we rate this, though? Should we rate the franchise or your favorite game?
You rate it as Cold War, and Eddie and I will rate it as Black Ops 2, and then the sum of our opinion will place it.
Okay. All right, I got my number. Or my letter.
I have mine too.
Yeah, me too.
3, 2, 1, B tier.
A.
What'd you say, Eddie?
Borderlands.
I said A tier as well. Boston and I are like, dude, we are playing the same instrument in tune, bro. We are harmonizing.
The only reason I put it in B tier is I actually liked Modern Warfare more than Cold War. I thought Modern Warfare was way more fun.
That's fair.
I thought Cold War was kind of sloppy, but it's the Black Ops I started on.
When we get there, I'm gonna have a similar opinion in reverse. I think Black Ops, specifically Black Ops 2, is better than Modern Warfare. But I will go ahead and say that we don't have Black Ops without a Modern Warfare. Like Modern Warfare, that was a game changing.
It's just so cool.
Game. But we'll get into that
the
when we
premise
get to
of Modern Warfare. All right, Halo 4. So this is the it's kind of weird to start on Halo 4 as a Halo. I think we should just start straight off. I got my letter already ready.
Me too. Are we doing this as like the 343 Halos?
This is the first. This is the first 343 Halo. We have Halo 5 in here also.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I know where I'm putting this one.
Eddie, do you know?
I think so.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Low C.
B plus. Oh wait, Halo 4. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, you said E? Do you mean F, Boston? We don't have
I said D. Delta.
Yeah, low C, D. That's what I'd put it in.
Which one? Remind me which one Halo 4 is.
Exactly. That's why it's strange. It's the ones with the robots that have floating weapons. Like the attachments are like floating.
Oh, dude, D tier.
Yeah. All right, I can put it in D tier because it's so forgettable. Not great.
D tier.
It's okay. It's not great though. Very forgettable.
We all played it. We all played it all the way through.
It had sprinting. So, that was the only thing I liked about it. Is it had sprinting. It was the first Halo to have sprinting.
Halo Reach had sprinting, but not unlimited sprinting.
Yeah, and it was a power up too.
Yeah,
I don't think it was a power up in Halo 4.
For the campaign,
Halo 4 was Halo starting to try to be like Call of Duty. I think.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's different games. Wrong choice. All right, Forza. This one I have no opinion on because I don't really ever play Forza, but I know you both play it.
Shame on you, Luke.
You guys got short. What'd you say?
Shame on you, Luke.
I know.
You should absolutely culture yourself. When you
it is pretty impressive how like realistic all like the physics of it are, and I watched like behind the scenes where they really. It's like an insane math to make all the cars exactly like the cars in real life. Like it really is a sim. I would play it if I had a steering wheel.
I'll tell you something else to take it a step further. I have not that I've driven every kind of Lambo or not that I've driven every kind of car that's in Forza, but I have been fortunate. In college, I worked at a shop, and so I was very fortunate to drive a lot of cars I had no business driving. And it's pretty unbelievable to me how much they get all the little finicky details about some of these cars. Like, like a perfect example is like, and this is things that nobody would get unless they've driven the car, but like they have the C2 Corvettes, and at high speed you start losing the front end a little bit because they're way too aerodynamic. It's just, I don't want to get into, we got to get a lot of games to go through, but I think Forza is a work of art. I really do.
Oh, then that means it's probably gonna go high up on this list. Okay, do you both have a number or a letter, a tier?
Yeah,
I should say tier. You both have a tier, Eddie?
Yep.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
E.
A tier. E?
I said Bravo.
Oh, Bravo. Okay.
Okay, that's
I'm
pretty
going
close.
Alpha,
That's
but
pretty close.
I would be willing to downgrade that to like an A- or a B+ because
Maybe top B right here.
I would do a B-. I would do it the worst of that category.
So
Forza?
Eddie would do the best of B at minimum.
Oh, no, I would put it probably. No, I would put Battlefront ahead of Forza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd be
I
alright
could.
with that. Even though I don't know these games well.
I've played that game on the controller, and I've played the game on the steering wheel, and the steering wheel is definitely way more fun, but it's also not something you can sit there and do for hours on end like you could on a controller because it's physically exhausting. And while Forza is like a very good game, like it does everything well and the graphics are good, it's just like not innovative enough for me to rate it any higher. It's just
It's a
driving.
car fanatic game. I feel like that's a big part. It'd be like if I had a guitar sim game. It's like, dude, I love guitar in real life, and now I get to play this video game that has. Obviously, it wouldn't really work because how would you make a guitar sim game? But like all the little tiny things about guitar, it's like that. But I think that's a niche. Once again, like kind of a niche thing.
That's just called being in a band, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd rather just play it in real life. One argument, I guess, for cars is that you can't afford these cars. So you play a game like this where you can kind of get used to and drive the cars and stuff like that. So, okay,
Yeah, no, that's one of my big loves of it. But anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna say Expedition 33. So I'm gonna say some things here because I played it a little bit. So I'm just gonna throw in my 2 cents there. Very turn-based, very gamey. It's a very gamey game. Like it's like kind of like those card games, like deck stacking games, where it's like you do this, which means you can do this, which builds up your blue, and then your blue lets you do this attack, and then but if you don't attack with this character, then you can do an overcharge attack with them, but only if you get to 10 attacks. And there's just like layers on layers on layers on layers of strategies, and there's so many layers of strategies that I think it's kind of like chess, where like there's just always like another step of strategy you could do. I think the dodging and the parrying is what makes it stand out apart from other RPG games like that, like the turn-based RPG, because then technically you could always parry. Even if you're down bad, you could always parry, you could always win. So I like that, but I'm not a big turn-based guy. So I'll put it lower for me, but I appreciate the story, the music. Yeah, it's got a lot. So anyway, Boston, what do you say on this one? Eddie, you've not played it, right?
I have not. No, I know Boston thinks very highly of it.
Yeah. A lot of people think very highly of it too. It's a very,
I have heard some pretty great things about it.
Won every single award possible at the Game Awards. So
truly, I should try to play it. But I haven't done it yet.
It's like a different type of game. I kind of like moving around and running and jumping, and it's a little bit more like just different. So Boston, The floor is yours.
This is a very good game. It's either the top of A or low S, but I think it's the top of A. It did everything really good. It did the music really well. The visuals were very good. The premise was very good. The world design was very good. The story was very good. The voice acting was very good. And it was just a joy for me to play. I struggled at first as well. Had never played really a game like that before. And to like not to counter what you say, Luke, but to add some more context, like it is extremely complicated, but it does a decent job, I thought, of like easing you into the levels of complexity, like one step at a time. And there are definitely sections of the game where you get new mechanics and you have no idea how to use them, and you're like stumbling through. But by the time you get to the main area boss of whatever part you're in, you should have a decent grasp enough to like grind them for a little bit or get them in 1 or 2 tries on normal difficulty. There were definitely bosses I had to grind From Software style, like over and over and over again. And it fucking hurts because sometimes those fights go for like 33 minutes and then you lose and you're like, oh my God. And you just have to set it down and walk away. So it was definitely gamey in that sense, but I think it was overall a masterpiece of a game, especially in the like climate of how that game came to be, of it being a small studio where in 2026 all AAA games basically suck these days, and it just like was an industry defining moment. And so okay, S tier, fuck it.
I don't know that I would put it.
It'd be the only game of this category that I put in S tier, and I'm kind of gonna give away my strategy here a little bit because I'm going to reserve S tier for games that have decades of replayability. Yep. Games that you can consistently come back to.
What is going on here that you and I are on the same fucking like wavelength? This never happens. We're usually on like opposite sides of the boat.
To tie this back into Expedition 33, this is going to be the exception because I really highly doubt that I play this again. I didn't even like honestly do the DLC because I was underleveled and I didn't feel like grinding the levels up to get to where I could do it. But because it was like industry defining in a sense, I'm going to put it in S, and it's probably going to be the only game like that I do.
I can see that. So like I said, not for me, but I appreciated what I played of it. I mean, I don't even say it's not for me. There's too many games to play right now, and it's a little slow, I guess. Like the turn-based aspect of it's a little slow, but in terms of story, characters, music, intrigue too. Like it was one of the first games. Am I confident in saying what I'm about to say? It just like hooked me. The story of it, like the characters, the twist that happens right at the beginning. Not to spoil it, so I won't say what it is. Just really solid like storytelling in a video game. So. Okay, Doom Eternal. So I'm just going to throw it out there. I think this one's S tier or high A. Love this game. I know we didn't do the countdown. Think this is going to be one of my favorites. One of my favorite games I've played. The music alone, the action, the intensity of it. It's so intense. It's so fast paced. It's like you have like it just really captured like the crackedness of just being like the Doom guy killing all the demons, and then the music, and then like the build up of everything just keeps building. I just remember playing with like wide eyes, just trying to run away and switch weapons, and very intense. So I put it pretty high because it's one of my favorite games. Eddie, you've not played it. Boston, where would you put it? Because I know you like it, but would you put it this high?
I think that this game is like the epitome of like Mountain Dew gamer fuel kind of games, where it's just like
you're drinking Monster while you play. Yeah.
Yes. Turn the volume
Doritos
up because
and
it's just
Monster
like,
games. Yeah.
Yes. Dorito finger, Cheeto finger kind of game. So I played this game, and then I forgot to put this on the list, but I've also played Doom 3, which is a totally different game. I would put them both in A tier. I'm make Doom Eternal in my S, but it's smooth like butter and it's cool. It's just
fun, like different mechanics for the different enemies. You know, you shoot the guns off of this enemy, then you have to use a sniper on this enemy, then you run out of ammo, so you have to use this weapon. And I just felt like I was always like I'll say this. I really like it when games give you the ability that if you can hit the buttons fast enough and think fast enough that you can still win, if that makes sense. So like when I'm dying in this is true for Warzone also. When I'm dying in Doom Eternal, it was like, dude, I fat fingered and I couldn't switch to my SMG fast or the, whatever it is.
It's your fault, not the game's fault.
Yeah, because it's like the game gives you so many different things. You can like, okay, if you do a melee, you get your health back. If you do a chainsaw, you get your ammo back. You got to get the chainsaw over here. You can pick up this. And there's like so much where it's like, dude, if I should have chainsawed someone, but I got butterfingers, so I lost because I couldn't.
I mismanaged my ammo earlier in the fight, thinking I was the greatest of all time, and then some other stuff happened, and I'm like,
I didn't use the snipe. I didn't switch my machine gun to a sniper rifle attachment and shoot the cannons off of the skeleton bug guy. Like you're just like, oh, I fucked up. I should have done this different. And I like that when games always have that. it's not like, oh, there's nothing I could have done. I just lost. It's like the game. There's always something more. So something I appreciate about that game.
Just to like chirp in on Doom 3 real quick. Doom 3 is like a survival horror game, and I didn't realize that until I just said it out loud right now. But it truly is, because you have limited health and you have to pick up health packs, and it's like very dark. You have to choose between a light and a gun in a lot of the game. And it's
slower horror than
lower horror. It's nothing like
Doom
Eternal,
is like metal shit,
game.
like metal, fast-paced metal horror. Or not
Love
horror at
them
all,
both,
really.
And to just wrap it up with Doom Eternal, combat was just smooth like butter. And like for like short attention span people that need immediate hits of dopamine 100% of the time, boom, that was it.
All right, just because we need to move, because you can see, like, look how many games we've done, look how many we have left, and we are at 25 minutes. So I think we got to fly through them, unless you really want to like. I'm open to suggestions here, but I think we should try and fly through them.
Also part to it, and give it, because I kind of think we're giving it the time it deserves. So I'm not opposed to part 2ing it.
That's a good point.
So get to an hour 15 and then stop and just see where we get.
2-part thing.
Get to hour 15 maximum.
Yeah, and then
and
then keep it going on the second one, because I think with some of these for sure, probably more than a couple. I mean, I'm actively trying to keep it like short-winded, but man,
I know we have a lot to get through though.
Ready to,
but I also don't. I don't want to just like. I don't want to just fly through them either. Like I do want to discuss, but I don't want to like just glaze a game forever and just be like, yeah, we all love this game. Like, is there something like of substance that we want to talk about? If not, let's move on.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've ever done a video like this, so I'm. Like I said, I'm open to suggestions, and I'm still winging it also. So, because we got Duke Nukem.
Sure.
So I've never played this. I don't have anything to really say on it, but it sounds like, well, I guess Eddie's played it. Go.
Have you played it, Eddie?
Not as much as Boston. I've played like Duke Nukem on N64, and then like one that was like on the PC.
Yeah, I played the PC one. I don't even think Duke Nukem 3D is the one that I'm thinking of, but the one that I'm thinking of is where it's like, I'm here to kick ass and shoot gub, and I'm all out of gub. And he just says that stuff, and you kill the aliens. It's like very old school, like when they first developed a first-person shooter for PC, like the
kind of is like the Doom guy kind of stuff.
It's a little bit like, honestly, like you guys have described Doom to me before, and I thought you were talking about Duke Nukem. But I don't know if there was a game, I didn't put it on here, but there was a Simpsons game that came out. It was like one of the first Simpsons games that came out for console. Can't remember what it was called, but the point is that one of the things I thought was really good about that game in particular was that like the commentary, like the back and forth, the audio, the exchanges between the characters and stuff was really snippy and really good. Like the characters would say stuff whenever they would do stuff. And Duke Nukem, I thought, did that first and did it better than anybody ever did. Duke Nukem would say shit and it would just be so perfectly timed. And he would say it ridiculous. It was
the
like
over
it was
the top
designed for like
badass is really great too, because that's something about Doom Eternal too, where it's like the machine is like, no, wait, we could use this machine for science. You can't just like destroy, and he just takes it out and just blows it up immediately and stuff. And he's just like this quiet, badass, like badass really is the perfect word, just the epitome of badass in the video game. It is really fun to indulge that, and so it sounds like Duke Nukem is like that also. That same kind of thing. It's kind of like that.
Duke Nukem is a super chat.
What's that Evil Dead movie where he's got like the chainsaw hand and stuff like that, like things like that, where it's just like really,
dude, yes, I know the one
Army
you're
of
talking
Darkness.
About. Yeah,
I've never even seen it, but like that kind of like ridiculous. Just craziness, no cap to it. It just goes. They just push it as far as they can push it. Doom is like that, and then I bet Nukem is also.
I think Duke Nukem might be like a step or two below it, but I would say C+. I would put, if you're gonna put Duke Nukem in the C tier, I will respect that because you have more Duke Nukem time than I do. But I would put it probably. What else do we have in the C tier right now? We got. I would put it above Civilization. I would just put it first in this.
Let me say this. So
it's the highest.
I hinted this at the beginning. Do you see how we have 1 in D, 2 in C, 3 in B, 3 in A, and 1 in S? At the very end, we have to make it go like this.
Okay.
Oh man.
So that means like, we'll have to push one of these down because we got too many in A. And now once this fills up, if it all goes like this, it's gonna get really competitive because we're gonna have to like shove ones down that we like.
Very fair so far, though. I think
it's fine so far. Just letting you know, like where you're like, oh, Duke Nukem's here, Doom, but we might be coming down and going, all right, which one's better, Doom Eternal or Black Ops? And it's like,
fuck.
You have to put it in C tier, and you're like, which one would you put in C tier? And you're like, I have to put Black Ops in C tier, but I don't want to put Eternal in C tier. So you have to really compare them. But that's going to be once we get more of them in here. So, Boston, where are you wanting to put Duke Nukem?
C. Okay. I don't care where in C right now.
All right. There we go. Smash Brothers S tier. Fight
okay.
Me. No,
I would put A, but I also love the...
I don't believe you.
Yeah, okay, fine. I see what you're saying, because it's been around for forever, and I still play it with people.
Yeah, wait,
Melee
you're going to put
is
Smash
a
Brothers in A?
perfect game. S tier.
I think I'm going to agree with you. Super Smash Bros. Melee is S tier all day long. I'll die on that hill.
Good, yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and reveal. Boston revealed some of his strategy. I'm going to reveal some of mine too. I'm going to take a step further. I'm going to say that I think Super Smash Brothers as a franchise, as a series, is the greatest multiplayer game ever. I'm going to go ahead and make that point right now.
Maybe
plant that flag early.
What about
I want to plant that flag early and make that point.
That's kind of what S tier is, but like.
No, but I think it is truly like. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Like all games of all time, of every genre.
Yes,
I would say it's just one of the best games of all time.
Than Super Smash Brothers. There is no greater multiplayer game than Super Smash Brothers. That's my opinion. You know, some people would say that about Halo. Some people might say that about Call of Duty.
People would say that about Mario Kart.
Nah,
some people might.
Some
Mario
Kart suck my dick.
Might. Some people.
I don't know why people like Mario Kart so much.
They're ready to die on the Mario Kart.
That's
okay. I respect it. I do. I respect it.
Mario Kart has a niche. I think Mario Kart has a niche. I don't think Mario Kart is like the greatest game of all time. Like Halo 3, you better believe I'm putting that one in GOAT. Like there's certain games I feel like are just. Everything about this game is perfect. Like, if you think about Super Smash Bros. Melee, the music, great. The levels, great. All the characters. They had, like, the training area, the single-player area, they had the multiplayer area. It's good for tournaments. It's good for casual. They had all the items. It's just like, dude, this game was just, like, a treasure chest of content. Just for
replayability, dude. That game gets broken out at my mom's house every Christmas, and my cousins and and my sisters.
It's not dated either. It runs well. It's like fast, like the frame rate's good. It runs well. It's got good graphics,
and it's becoming a multi-generational thing because at my girlfriend's house,
I'm pretty sure for prize money in that game.
Dude, I played in so many Super Smash Bros. Tournaments in college. Like bro. I'm sorry. I love Super Smash.
It's great, dude. Much. It's such a good game. I love it. And also just the mechanics. Let's think about the originality of the game. The damage meter instead of health bars. You just like the more your damage as it goes up, the more chances you are to like fly off the side. You fly off the side and explode, and it's just like, dude, what a great like original concept that.
I was just so about to say that if that game, this is another thing that I think about too with Super Smash Bros. Let's just say, here's a thought experiment. Let's say the Super Smash Brothers never existed, and then it suddenly came out last year. Tell me that would not be an industry-changing game. Tell me that would not be game of the year. Tell me that would not be.
I didn't mean to bully you out of A, Boston, but I'm just trying to be really insistent. I think this game is just like.
I'll tell you why it was A for me. It's because I never owned it.
Yeah, that's. I get you.
The only time I ever played was at someone else's house, which meant you guys know how much I fucking hate losing in video games.
Sure.
Yeah. No, the thing is,
I took a lot of L's in that game. So I have a little bit of trauma with that shit.
Okay, fair enough. Here's the thing. I never owned it either, but we had a neighborhood friend, and we played it. We would just go over, and we would just play this game all day long.
Too.
And here's the thing. We turned all the items off because we thought they were cheap. We didn't like the randomness, so we always played like very straightforward, kind of like competitively. But yeah, anyway. Love this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Yep. I'm cool with that.
Multiplayer game ever.
All right, Fallout 4 or the Fallout franchise. So we have Fallout 4 and we have Fallout New Vegas, but Fallout 4 is like 1, 2, 3. I know like people have different opinions on them. You can kind of voice your opinion. Here's something we can do. If there's a specific one in the franchise where it's like, oh, I liked 3. 3 was the best. It was my favorite one, better than 4. You can do that. So Fallout kind of in general.
I think this is where Boston and I may start to diverge a little bit because, I think a lot of the Bethesda games, like the Fallout, like the Skyrim, they're they're too open world. You know, you can like get lost in like just the plot in those games. But I will say that I respect how much of the world is like available to fuck with and like to change things and to like interact with everything.
Are you saying it's sort of like I know there's some TV shows where it's like, hey, you should watch this TV show. It's 400 seasons or something. You're like, dude, I can't even. It's so infinite, and I feel like
it's kind of like the Walking. It's like the Walking Dead for me. I think.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to think. There's like, is it
first.
Naruto super long, or what is it? Which one's super long? Naruto?
Naruto is like 900 episodes.
Yeah, it's forever, and it's like, dude, I don't have. There's no goal. There's no ending to this. Naruto, and then I think I what's that show with the two guys that like hunt Supernatural? Like I know people that watch that show, and it's like 1 million seasons. It's just forever and ever and ever, and it never ends. And I feel that way about like The Witcher 3. I think I probably would feel that way about Skyrim if I played it long enough. It sounds like you're saying Fallout's like that, where it's just like eventually I want a game to be over.
I think here's the thing. I think that what they do is impressive. It is amazing, and I think it is too much for my attention span.
Yeah,
you know
that's
bro. When I have to figure
agreed.
out, I got to get rid of all the cups in my inventory because I picked them up because I'm an asshole. Fine, but also I picked them up because three quests ago I needed to bring somebody like 6 cups or else. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, and then by the way, I gotta like go across from like the land of whatever to like the land of this place to like talk to this person just to like deliver these 3 cups and or whatever, like not the cups but like knives, like the plastic spoons.
You're missing the point of that.
Do you have counters to this, Boston?
Destination. It's the journey along the way. So many people have hundreds of hours in Skyrim and have never beaten the game, and it does not like deter them from their experience within it. And I'm saying Skyrim, but I know we're talking Fallout.
The same
can
kind
we
of
just
mechanics.
do Skyrim right after this? Can we just bump that up in the order?
Well, where would you guys put Fallout?
I'm going Fallout is S. And I would rate them Fallout New Vegas is the best, Fallout 4, and then Fallout 3 in that order for my favorite Fallout games.
Let's grab the other one because Vegas is in here. Before you say it, don't say it yet. I'll move it up here. We'll do it in 1 second. Where's Vegas?
Okay.
Vegas is in here somewhere.
New Vegas is the best Bethesda game. Or I'm sorry, the best Fallout out of Fallout 3.
We're gonna do all of them. Let's do all of them right now. Where's Vegas? Okay. I know Vegas should be in here.
I'm looking.
Here it is.
Oh, it's right there next to Night Rain.
I got it.
On the fourth row.
I got it. Here it is. All right, so Vegas. Let's do your order, Boston, and let's see if me and Eddie disagree at all. So where would you put Fallout New Vegas?
The best one of all of them.
Better than Expedition.
In S tier. Oof. Yes.
Ooh.
Better than Expedition 33.
Wow. Okay. All right. Skyrim and Oblivion. This is both of you a little bit, but actually, Eddie, you didn't play Skyrim very much, did you?
Another one that I think that rather I'm putting Skyrim above and like the whole Skyrim series, like Elder Scrolls Online, the whole like
I think I would put it above the other two, even though I've not played them.
I would put it above Fallout.
The opening of Skyrim is pretty great compared to Fallout.
But I'm a Lord of the Rings guy. You know what I mean? Like I like the fantasy stuff and whatever. And like the post-apocalyptic wasteland thing is cute, but they kind of overdo the cute factor. You know, it's like too cute. You know,
Sure.
Like it just loses me, bro. I'm sorry.
Where would you put this one?
Skyrim
Boston?
and GOAT. I would put Skyrim and GOAT.
Greatest of all time. It's gonna be hard for me to argue against that. But I didn't play it too much. But what about Oblivion? Where would that sit with these ones?
A for me personally.
Oh, really? So even lower than Fallout.
And that's just due to my personal experience because Oblivion and Skyrim were both out when I first discovered these games. I first got into Fallout first, Fallout 3. And it was hard for me to like play Oblivion when Skyrim was out. And so I did Skyrim well before I went back and tried Oblivion, and I never got through much of it because it felt older. And I was like, I can't go backwards.
I don't know that I could put Skyrim as GOAT, but I do think it's in the conversation.
It's definitely
and I'll
S
tell
or
you
GOAT.
why.
S or GOAT for sure.
I will agree with you on that. But originally I was hard S, and then I thought about something while Boston was talking, which is, and it's based on what you said, you haven't played it a lot. I also have not played it a lot, but that is actually a defense of Skyrim because I have watched a lot of people play Skyrim for sheer entertainment value. Like it is a game that you can sit down and watch somebody else play. You don't have to be playing to be entertained by it.
I'll make an argument for both Oblivion and Skyrim. So I didn't play them much because I didn't have the system when those games were out. And Skyrim came out when I was in college, and I just was like, just focused on college, and I wasn't playing any video games. I just didn't have a system or anything, so I just wasn't playing games then. But I remember, I played Halo a lot when I was a kid. I played like certain video games a lot when I was young. Oblivion I didn't play, but I remember the Xbox 360 came out, and I saw Oblivion on that system, and I remember thinking, oh, this is what video games are going to be like in the future, where it's like everything was physics based, everything was very like graphics kind of blew me away in Oblivion when I saw like the caves and the rocks and like you could just like pick up an item, you don't want the item, you drop it, it literally like falls and has physics and could like roll down a hill.
You
could like force push people and like all these different things where I was like, wow, this is what I think video games are going to be in the future. They'll just be like physics simulators with like crazy situations and crazy things happening. What's weird is it didn't really happen. Like games didn't really go that direction like I thought they would. But there was like a tier that Oblivion and Skyrim hit that was like, this is like you live in the world, and it was like overwhelming. So like it did kind of
the NPCs I think move even when you're offline. Like they work on their own like in-game schedules.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like the first game to do like good NPC pathing. They had every NPC had unique dialogue. It was just like. And I still pick it up and can pick it up like nothing ever happened, and like come back
when I'm
to
playing
it.
Skyrim, you get jealous.
Yeah, dude, I do get jealous because to be able to go back and play that game for me for the first time again would be very high on my list of things that I wish I could go back and do for the first time again.
Yeah,
what a funny.
But that.
How about high S tier? You good with that?
No, I would say GOAT.
Yeah,
I would say GOAT. I really would. Yeah, no, because I would say GOAT because
even outside of myself, I would probably put it as GOAT. I feel like it's just one of the most iconic games.
Well,
for so
like I said,
many people.
It's fun to watch other people play it. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what's going to happen, and it's tough to predict, and shit just happens. You know.
I'm good with putting a GOAT. We can always challenge it later as we get more games.
Yeah.
All right, Call of Duty 2. So I know this wasn't on my list. I know both of you played this one. I don't know Big Red. What is it? Big Red
1.
Yeah, I think I played Call of Duty 2, like 2, and it was when I like I said, I didn't have like a system, so I didn't own Call of Duty 2, but I downloaded the demo when I was a kid, like from the internet. I downloaded like the trial demo for it, and I played Call of Duty 2, and I played some other military game. I don't remember. I think I played Battlefield 2, like demos for a couple different games. And to Call of Duty's credit, I remember playing Call of Duty 2, the campaign, and just the mechanics, the shooting, the aim down sights, the animations, even just like the reloading, like just everything in the game just felt great. It just like, it was fun. I just really liked playing it. So I didn't play the game much, but at a very young age, I remember playing and going, wow, this is just, Call of Duty is like really one of the best shooting games. It's just really, really fun to play. So anyway, that's my piece on it, but I never played this one. All right, y'all.
I'm just going to use this as a placeholder for like Call of Duty, anything that came before Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I'm just going to say my rank. I think they're all C tier games. They're great, but like it was great for its time and it like moved the genre forward. But
sure,
the leap that happens coming up to Modern Warfare just makes this a C tier game.
Modern Warfare was so sweet that it was like modern. And you know, it was like World War II was cool and all, but like, dude, when they had like the branding and the music and the style of Modern Warfare was like this is a real, like, this is an adult game. I remember feeling that as a kid, where it's like, this is a real deal military game. Eddie, what do you think about this game? It was you were the one who picked it.
Dude, I would say Big Red One specifically. I think it's into the B tier because that was the first Call of Duty game that really they went and they found like a military unit, literally the Big Red One, the first American, and they've been involved in every war that America has been involved in, the Big Red One, and so they had a major presence in every theater of World War II. And so they made the game. They made the story, the campaign of the game around the Big Red One, and they did an unbelievable job of capturing like the drama of the story. Like the sergeant gets killed in Italy in a really like dramatic, like the door gets kicked in and he like gets shotgunned like as he's breaching the door, and it's like it affected me. But other than that, I thought the story was the only really good part, and I thought that the early Call of Duties were like fun to play. Like if you ever went to like a friend's house, and they did like a play video games all night kind of a deal. It was fun to get a couple rounds of Call of Duty in, but outside of that, I never thought they were
Someone
to write
pointed
home
out
about. So the rest of them I would put in C.
This is a bit more something I realized later. Like someone described to me as Call of Duty as an arcade shooter, and it's like even when you played like the old Call of Duty games, I never really thought about it that way. But it's like, yeah, they are like arcade games. Like they're fast paced. They're not military sims. Like some people like, it's like, dude, these are not military sims at all. They're like arcade games, and they always have been. I think they always have been that way. All the games. So are we thinking like B something tier, B C?
I'm still
B?
stuck on C with that.
It's such an old one
don't-
because the mechanics of it impressed me, but Modern Warfare was the one where I was really, it's just like overwhelming with how cool it was.
I would put it either near the very, very top of C. Actually, no, I'm going to stick with Boston. I'm going to put it near the top of C.
Okay, let's do that.
But I don't want to elevate it
That
to
seems
D
good.
because the fact
I think that's a good place
for
for it relative to a lot of these games. Okay,
Yeah.
FIFA, I have no opinion at all. Never
D
played
or
it.
F.
Just don't play those types of games.
Which game? I'm sorry.
FIFA.
Probably D for me.
FIFA?
Yeah, I never played it. I'm just not interested in.
Fuck FIFA. D tier.
I'm going to completely disagree with you guys. I think
People
FIFA
love
is
it. People love it.
easily an A tier game. I'm not going to go so far as to say it's an S tier game because it's not universally loved by video gamers, but it is universally the most played game by people in general. And a big part of that
Because
is
people
soccer,
love
but I think
soccer.
the
Sports
easeability
games are
of
weird.
playing the
I
game,
don't like sports games players. They're
how
weirdos.
easy it is to play, I think is a big one. But I think that I'm talking about FIFA as a franchise. I think
So
it's
all right,
Yeah,
let me challenge this. So
battles.
I think FIFA, yes, is like probably one of the biggest games. It's just like humongous. I would make an argument that if I was going to compare FIFA to a comparable game that's like really popular, I would compare it to Call of Duty because people who like FIFA love soccer. So like soccer fans that don't even play video games much will play FIFA. What's interesting about Call of Duty, and one of the reasons Call of Duty is one of the biggest franchises of all time, is there is a very large percentage of PlayStation owners, and the only game they play is Call of Duty. And they don't have soccer. They don't have like a sport that they watch outside of it. It's like they love Call of Duty. So FIFA's big, but I would make an argument that Call of Duty is bigger as a game. The only reason FIFA's so big is because people like soccer so much.
I would make an argument that the only reason these people are only playing Call of Duty on their PlayStations is because their PlayStations can't handle anything else.
Fuck FIFA, D tier.
Team Xbox.
That's my only.
So where would you put it, Eddie? You would put it S tier?
A tier, not S tier. I personally don't think it's S tier. I do
A-tier.
think it's A tier.
Bottom of A tier? Would
Yeah.
you compromise bottom of A tier? Because it's such a niche game
compromise with
it's for
last place
soccer
A-tier.
people. I just don't think it's like for gamers. It's like for
But
soccer.
the thing is, I know so many guys that I went to college with that had zero athletic ability. They never, ever, ever played soccer. They picked up FIFA, and a month later, they were smoking pools.
FIFA?
Yeah.
It's
a beautiful
I
game,
know
bro.
people love
It's
it
a
though.
beautiful game.
There's so many people that love it. It's just not. For
Bro,
me.
there's the thing, right? I didn't even like soccer. I played soccer when I was 3, hated it, quit the game, end of story. Y'all know Moss, right? Let me tell you something.
You definitely don't have a soccer physique.
Thanks, bro. Let me tell you something.
That's a compliment.
I
Skinny little twig run fest.
I
I'm
pay
trying
attention
no, I won't be a
to
hater. I
soccer
won't be a
now.
hater. I'm being a
Be-
hater though.
I pay attention to soccer now because I played FIFA so much.
Okay, that's fair. I probably would like soccer
Like
more
it
if I played
inspired
FIFA.
a love of the sport because of how much FIFA we played. How much
Yeah,
we competed.
that's fair.
I'm
I
also
can
just
see
a
that. I can see
hyper-competitive
that.
guy.
Because you'll learn like the positioning and the mechanics of the game a bit more. So then watching it would be more fun.
And I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
believe
people that work that way too. And I've never heard you've never heard somebody who's like some hippie kid, super pacifist who played Call of Duty and ended up becoming like, a soldier or some shit, like an Army Ranger, like a Navy SEAL. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so I threw this one in here just because I remember playing the original Sonic games, and like I do think they're impressive games just from like where you hit the speed thing and you just zip through all these loops and fly and bounce, and it's like kind of nuts, like the speed of those games. But I didn't play them a whole lot, and so I'm kind of not sure where to put this one. It's like pretty good as on its own, but I don't think Sonic is as good as Mario. I think Mario's way better of a character, way better games, way better franchise. And so I like things about Sonic, but I'd probably put it like maybe B with Battlefront. Just like a good, decent game.
I'm a C tier for myself personally.
Yeah.
Same thing. I've always enjoyed playing it, but it was like nothing super special
Yeah,
for me.
and there was no like competitive part of it where I'm like, I gotta get good at this game. It was just kind of like, oh,
Right.
this is really, really impressive and fun and like polished. So
You get all the
yeah,
little
I mean, maybe
from
low
the
B. Eddie, what about you? Did you ever
Yeah.
play Sonic?
I did. I never owned Sonic. I never got that fired up about it. It was a game that like a buddy of mine had, and sometimes he would bring it. We would play it.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't anything to write home.
So it
about.
never
Typically,
never
we're
got
playing it
into
because-
any of our hearts. Like it's a game we all play,
Right.
but it was never like, I just want to play Sonic. I just gotta go fast.
Typically, we played because he would be like, "Oh, look, I just unlocked Knuckles," or like, "Oh, I just unlocked Dark Sonic."
Sure,
or, like,
and we played because it
let's
was
play with
2
Sonic, you know
player,
what I mean?
so we could play Sonic. Well, not really Sonic,
Right.
but Sonic and Tails, which is on here somewhere.
Well, the Sonic that I played was called Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and the 2 was the number 2.
Here's Sonic 2. I would put Sonic 2 above it. Let's put Sonic 2 up here because I think Sonic 2 had like Tails in multiplayer, and I thought that was a little bit better. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody here really cares as much about this franchise. We can probably move on, unless you guys want to say anything
Yeah.
about them. Or
Jim
kick it
Carrey did a
down.
great job
No.
as the villain in that Sonic movie. That's
Yeah.
the only thing.
It was
I wanna
fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good game, but it's nothing special.
Yeah, I never beat it. I never played it a whole lot, but it just was like a unique game in its own way. All right, fight it out, boys. Arc.
Disqualified.
I actually did not mean to put it there, but I didn't play it enough. I just don't know it. I know. Well, what Eddie? Maybe let me see if I can guess. How about let me see if I can guess. Boston would put it in F tier just because he's a hater. I'm just gonna be real. That's probably why you're gonna put it in F tier. Eddie, you would probably put it in high A.
I'd give it B plus. I put it in the B tier actually because
Okay.
it leaves a lot to be desired, and I would have graded it higher if they had released Arc 2 because Arc 2 is supposed to fix a lot of the issues that Arc 1 had, but instead they just rescanned it, created like a better visual version of it, and what do you call it? Re-released it
Let's say like
as Arc Survival.
real quick.
Descended,
What would
so-
you compare it to some of these games? Battlefront. I think
So-
you'd say Battlefront's better. Well, I don't know. Battlefront's
Battlefront
simple.
for sure is better.
Battlefront's more
Battlefront's
iconic.
for sure. Battlefront's for sure better.
It's
Like,
hard
I'm
to.
not even-
Well,
I'm
I'm
not
just saying.
even gonna- I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
front.
I'm with you. The only reason I was hesitant is it was like, wait, this game has building. Wait, this game has servers. Wait, this game has like PvP. Wait, this has training. It's like Battlefront is like way simpler, but it's also Battlefront's older, so it's a little hard to be like compare by features. But anyway, it sounds like we're all in agreement that Battlefront's better. What about Forza?
Better.
I would
For Eddie.
put Forza
I know
above Arc.
Boston.
Yeah.
I know that. I know you're better. We get all the way to the bottom. F worse,
Yeah, she's like,
worse.
get it out of here. Delete.
And then I know Eddie, you didn't really play these. So would you say that's a good place for it, Eddie?
I'd say that's fair. Yeah.
Where would you
That's
put it,
fair.
Boston?
I just think it's such a groundbreaking survival game. It's very
First,
interesting. Like,
where would you put
guys
it for
haven't
the
played it
meme?
enough, but
Where would you put it for the meme, Boston? And then where would you put it for real?
I barely played that game. I would put it in F tier for the meme,
Like, where would you put
And
it really, though? Because
I would put
there's
it
some
in F
horrible
tier
games
for
out
real. And I'll tell you why I have
Really?
such negative opinions of this game.
Because Eddie loves
And
it.
I'll keep it short.
Because you don't want to
Because
play it. Because Eddie wants you to play it,
I
and you don't want to
do
play it.
enjoy playing games with Eddie as much as it most of the time doesn't seem that way. But I watched him waste hours in that game when he could have been playing something way cooler. And so it's an F tier game. Sink it to the bottom.
So Eddie, to compromise, I say let's put it high C.
I'll put it in C tier. I'm
Okay.
with that.
I can't put an F, Boston, because that's just you being a hater. Because it's personal. I can tell this is personal. This is not objective. This is personal. All right,
Could've been
Fable. I
playing
never played
Disney.
Fable. I really don't know anything about Fable at all. So I have
I'm going
no.
disqualified.
Fable was good. Since nobody else played Fable, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Fable 2, A. Fable 3, B. Fable, B.
Okay. Are you good with us disqualifying it? Because we just can't even because we could put it in just up here.
Oh,
A
yeah.
or
No,
B.
you can disqualify. I just wanted to go on the record
Okay.
saying Fable 2 is the best. Fable 3, better than Fable 1. And outside of that, they were a good story. I thought maybe you guys had played them, but never mind. Moving on.
No. Good try though, but no, I have not played it. So Flight Simulator, I was telling Boston this earlier. This is my flight simulator experience. As a little kid, I played it. I would switch to a couple different planes. I would fly the planes as fast as I could and crash them into a building and see what the explosion, plane destruction physics were. Usually it was pretty simple. The plane would just crack into pieces and fall to the ground, and then that's it. Because I
That's
just
fair.
was not really, I
obsessed.
just was not interested in learning to fly a plane, so it never really appealed to me.
I was obsessed with Flight Simulator as a child. I played it for hours. My
Yeah,
dad
that's
taught me
so
how to
interesting
take
how
off,
different
taught me how to
different
land.
kind of
He
gravitate.
taught me how to do all this shit.
That's kind
We
of
had a
cool though that you got
joystick.
to bond with your dad playing it together. That's kind of cool. Well, I did. Oh, joystick, yeah, dude. We played a game called G Police on joystick where you could fly around and shoot. It was kind of like Star Warsy kind of thing. It's pretty sick.
Sure.
The joystick, it's pretty sick. Went away.
I do think that without a joystick,
tool.
I wouldn't have liked it as much as I did. But there was another game which I didn't include because there was no way you guys were going to have ever played it. But as a direct result of all the Flight Simulator hours I logged as a small child, like a 5-6-year-old, when I came to play this game called Aces Combat 2, Aces
Simulator?
High 2 Combat, whatever. Yeah, it was a flight. It was a
I
World
think I have
War II
played that
flight
game.
simulator.
I think I have played that game.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So I was dominant in that game, and I was. 12,
I don't think I
and
was
people were
great
like,
at it, but I played that game. That's
dude,
how
would
I
be like
learned the
30-year-old men
mechanics
being
of
like, "Shut up, kid."
where
And I would
they'd be
like,
like, the enemy's
"Shoot
at
me
6
down."
o'clock, it's 7 o'clock, the enemy's at 8 o'clock, and I figured out oh, it's the
Yeah.
clock. The game helped me learn how that worked. I think that's the game or is that the game I played?
Yeah, no,
No,
that game was a lot of fun.
maybe
because-
it's not that game actually. Now that I think about it, it might have been a different one.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and I was really good at that game because of Flight Simulator. To this day, I retain really good knowledge of flight sim games and the physics because of Flight Simulator, and I'm a huge fan of Flight Simulator. I could spend hours on Flight Simulator.
Where would you put it as a game
Seems dumb.
compared to these other games? Well, I'll just defer to you. We're not going to disqualify this one. Where would you put it? So you think about better than Halo 4, better than Ark,
I would definitely say it's better than Ark. Yeah,
better than Battlefront.
I would. I would say it's better than Battlefront.
It's
Yeah,
pretty iconic.
I would.
Better than Borderlands.
I'm going to chime in here because I've played enough to have an opinion. I
Okay.
would put it above Ark, but below everything in B.
I was about to say I don't know that I would put it above Borderlands because there's no story to it. There's no. It's just I think
It's a
the
simulator.
best
It's like
simulator.
Forza, kind of. It's very
But it's
simulator
Yeah,
better.
but
based.
Forza's way better.
Because Forza's more gamey.
I think Flight Simulator does a better job, but that's where I would put it. I'm with Boston. I would put it above Battlefront and then below at the end of the A tier.
All right, 2K. I have no opinion. It's like FIFA. I just never played it.
Disqualified. Don't like.
So I think I picked one 2K in particular, or maybe two 2Ks in particular.
Oh, I didn't even look. I mean, I looked, but I just picked the first image I found on Google.
I'm almost positive it was 2K13 and 2K12,
Okay.
which I would rank A and B respectively. 13 above 12. 12 was really
How is
good.
it compared to
13 was
FIFA?
unbelievable. So I thought it was a better game, but it's because you're limited. In basketball, you have 5 people that you can pass the ball to, or 5 people on the court at a time, and in soccer you have 11, so
So it's
there's
like
4
this
buttons
works
that you can
better as like a
potentially-
video
or
game.
5. Yeah, there's 5 buttons, so you can immediately just be like, you know what, I'm gonna pass to the guard, or I'm gonna pass to the forward, or I'm gonna, alley oop to the center, whatever it is that I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna hit the buttons and do it. FIFA makes you like kind of point to where you're trying to go, and so you have to kind of run in that direction, and you can't like
Got it.
can't pull
I
off
see what
like
you're saying.
surprise attacks. You can't pull off like there's less gamesmanship, I guess. There's less technique.
It seems like
but that's one of
the
things-
sport of basketball matches the controller and kind of game
Well, yeah.
mechanics
So
a
what they
little
did
better than
specifically
FIFA.
with those 2 games is they made the dribbling and the shooting all the right stick. So they made it so the camera was always positioned either so that the court looked horizontal or vertical, and then you were controlling relative to the camera. And so if you were moving the stick in a certain way, you were dribbling like between your legs, and then if you like did a flick and like turned it a quarter turn, you were like jumping up and fading away for 3. Like so you could.
I'm with you. I'm with you enough. I just don't play, so I can't follow too much. But I think I get your point.
I thought I picked them both specifically because again, 2K12 did this the first time, and 2K13 innovated upon this, and I thought that was another game that we just spent hours in college.
Would you say that
hours
there's
and hours
something
in college.
about? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm tracking. Yeah. So,
I think it's A tier and then B tier. 13 and 12, but for the sake of argument, I would put it maybe at the bottom of B tier because again, it's very niche. If you don't play basketball, actually,
Right.
I'd even go a step further. I'd even put it at the top of the C
Oh,
tier.
Eddie, I'm trying to get
Where do we
out of
put
this game.
FIFA?
Where do you want to put it?
Where do we put
FIFA's
FIFA?
an A. Bottom of A.
So then I would put it at the bottom I would put it in the middle of C tier. Because you gotta like basketball to play it.
So this game, I never played this game. I saw this game at the store all the time. I know nothing about it at all. Absolutely nothing. Literally, I know
I have
zero
like
things. about
3
this game.
sentences to say about
Did
this
you ever
game.
play it first, Eddie? This game? Jack
Sorry,
and Daxter?
I don't. Where am I
To the-
looking at? I'm
to
so
the
sorry.
bottom down here.
Oh, I see you right here. Yeah.
I've seen this
Dude,
game.
I did play this game.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Go
I
for it,
didn't-
Boston first, and then Eddie, if you have anything to comment.
Yeah, Boston, go for it.
My favorite PlayStation 2 game that I played outside of one, which is in here. So my second favorite.
Wow.
I was in like 3rd grade and I wanted a PlayStation, and I asked my mom if I could get a PlayStation and this game specifically, and she said I had to get like all
Did you
A's
ask
and
it
B's
just because
for
you
it.
saw the game and you just saw the cover and you wanted it from the store?
They advertised on like Cartoon
Oh, okay,
Network and
okay,
Nickelodeon
okay.
like
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
And she was like, you need to get all A's and B's for like a whole 6 months. And so I like tried really hard in school, and then I got a PlayStation, and it was like my personal entry into video gaming.
Wow.
Like for myself, my first system, my first game ever. So I would put this unfortunately still in C tier, but it comes with a little sentimental
I was
value.
gonna say like childhood memories, sentimental values. Where would you put it? And then objectively, where would you put it?
A for sentimental, objectively, it's a C tier game. Like nothing special
Better
about
than
it.
Call
Fun
of
to
Duty
play.
2? Better than Duke Nukem? It's kind of an old game.
Yeah, for me personally, I'd put it slightly above Call of Duty.
Eddie, did you have anything to comment on this one? We can keep moving if not really much. But do you have anything on this one?
I thought it was okay. It was no Crash Bandicoot, but
Yeah, it
was okay.
seems kind of like China Crash Bandicoot. You know, when you see those like Chinese movies that are like the Chinese Titanic movie, and it's like not really Titanic. Feels kind of like one of those off-brand.
It's a Shanghai Kung Fu movie, bro. That's what it is. That's so good.
Or like you it's like everything on the cover at Blockbuster is designed to look like it's Lord of the Rings, but it actually isn't Lord of the Rings. It's like one of those
It's
things.
not Pepsi. It's not Coke. It's Czech.
All right, Mass Effect. This is a big one. I didn't ever play this though, but I know people love this game, and people have recommended this game to me as like, oh, you like story or you like world building? Mass Effect. Oh, you like twists and this
So-
and that? Mass Effect. Oh, you just
I played all 3 Mass Effects.
All right,
I'm a big Mass
so
Effect
hash it
guy.
out, you two. What do you guys think about Mass Effect?
I've never played it actually. I think I played
really?
the demo. Yeah, I've never played it.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Well, what do you think about it, Eddie? Where do you think it
Mass
lives
Effect
here?
2 Mass Effect 2 might be earlier. I made the claim and I staked my flag on the hill that without a doubt I would die on the hill that Super Smash Bros is the best multiplayer game of all time. I don't feel strongly about what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
This is, but
Mass
really,
Effect 2.
really quick. Consider this Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 sort of the franchise. So I know it just says Mass Effect 1, but consider this like Mass Effect 1 and 2. So keep going.
They're all so vastly different games, but I'm going to try and get through it quick.
Okay.
Mass Effect 2 is S tier RPG, one of the best RPGs of all time. I think you can make the argument it is the best RPG of all time, but it's a hard argument to make, and I wouldn't be making that argument. I would stand behind somebody who was, but I played a lot of Mass Effect 2, and it reminds me quite a bit of the way that you guys describe Fallout, Skyrim, StarCraft, or all those. Not StarCraft. What's the one that just came out? The other Starfield. Yeah.
Starfield doesn't have the replayability. Just
I don't think people really like Starfield much overall.
That's fair. Well, my point is, it's like that RPG kind of situation, but it had this story that was unbelievable. It kept giving, and my favorite part of it was, as far as replayability goes, you had so many options for so much dialogue that would so dramatically change your ability to affect the story and what was going to happen, and the way that story was presented to you, and then the twists and the turns and the things that happen. Mass Effect 2 S tier RPG.
So
Mass Effect
3.
3.
Let me jump in really quick. So like, from what I've heard about Mass Effect, if I was gonna say, okay, Mass Effect is, you said Mass Effect might be the best RPG of all time. Maybe. I know you said you weren't like really standing behind it, but let's just say you were.
Yeah.
Then it's like, what's comparable? And I was like, I think one of the only games that people could really compare to it in terms of how much you can change the story, how intense the dialogue is, how much the dialogue matters, is like Baldur's Gate. I'm trying to think of like what else is even comparable to Mass Effect 2, because I know Mass Effect 2 is kind of in a league of its own to a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying, because the thing is, everything from the way that you select your character, like if you decide you want to be a straight soldier, just shoot guns, that's going to affect who's going to interact with you and how they're going to interact with you, what dialogue options you're going to get. You almost have to play the game 6 times just to get an idea of what the game's going to be like in each one of the different categories. You know what I mean? Like it's insane, the replayability on that game.
So would you put it above, for you personally, I'm sure you put it above the Fallout, maybe top S tier?
I wouldn't put it above Super Smash Brothers, but I would put it
Super Smash Brothers
in
and
S
GOAT.
tier for sure.
GOAT is just like perfect.
Sorry, yeah. Well,
GOAT's like perfect game. Like,
yeah, then I would put it in. I would put it in S tier. Mass Effect 2 specifically. Mass Effect 3 is more of an A tier. Mass Effect, the first one, is really a C tier game, but the very high C tier or like very low B tier. It wasn't anything special. I'm shocked that the series didn't fucking drown after Mass Effect 1, because I only played Mass Effect 1 because I bought Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 1 was free. You know? So I got through, everybody was talking about Mass Effect 2 and how good it was, whatever, and I got through Mass Effect 1, and by the end of it I was like, this is a pretty good game, and then I could not put Mass Effect 2 down.
So we should probably change to Mass Effect 2, but I'll leave it in this area. I think that's fine for now. All right, so
Mass Effect 3 was not as good as 2, but I did really respect the way that they closed out the story. It was a really good trilogy. But it was basically a continuation of 2.
All right, Fortnite. I don't know how to even answer this one. I like things about Fortnite.
I was thinking about it while I was looking at it, and I know exactly where I would put Fortnite.
Oh, should we do that? Should we do the countdown?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. I think I know where I put it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, A.
D.
D, you said?
D.
Wow.
D is a dog?
I just feel like in terms of a free-to-play...
Austin hates Fortnite, bro.
A free-to-play...
What about PUBG?
Hold on. Like the free-to-play, the scale, the hype, the events... It's a kid's game. I don't really like that it's cartoon. I don't really play it a lot. But like in terms of like quality, I do think that they do events really, really well. I think they do skins really well. I think it was like a really good free to play. I think it really pushed the battle royale genre, which leads to Warzone. So like, there's a lot to like about it. That's kind of my argument for putting it in A, because I just think it's kind of just like a staple. It's like Minecraft, just like a staple in gaming history. So, but anyway, that's my opinion.
It's funny that you say Minecraft, because I was just going to say, like, my opinion on Fortnite is they stole PUBG's formula,
Yeah.
Minecraftified it, and shipped it to the masses. And then Warzone basically made it for adults. And that's where I ended up landing. So
Yeah, I did
for me,
too.
it wasn't genre making, because although it did popularize Battle Royale, they stole it from other games previously. They just like brought it to the forefront. But then why would I ever play Fortnite when Warzone was there?
I mean,
I thought Fortnite
that's
was
me.
good
I prefer
during its
Warzone.
time. I thought that at a time and a place, it was a time and a place. You know, it had a
You're talking about Fortnite.
it had a moment where it was good, and then it became
Fortnite.
too much. Yeah, Fortnite,
Okay.
and it became too much, and then I was done with it. Like by 2018, I was done with it.
How about can we compromise? Say like mid B tier.
I would say high B tier. I do think it was one of the. I think it changed the genre. I really do. I don't think PUBG was doing enough. PUBG was a good game. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't like PUBG that much.
It's kind of clunky, PUBG, and I think PUBG started the idea of the battle royale, but then Fortnite did it way better, and then, in my opinion, Warzone. We'll get to Warzone. Actually, Warzone's like way at the bottom, but Warzone is like. I have a lot to say about Warzone. We'll just leave it there. All right, Portal 2. I never played Portal 2, but I know it's iconic, and I know people love it. I know it's like just its own unique little set of game rules that people just really like. Floor is y'all's. Did you guys play it?
I did, yes. Go ahead.
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, we might
Oh, you did
disqualify
not.
it then.
Okay.
What were you
For
gonna say
me,
about
it's like it's very comparable to Forza in the sense that it's like very fun to like play. You can play it with friends, but it's not like anything above that. So for me, it's like a mid B tier game.
Okay, I think we should.
The puzzles are very fun and challenging.
Should probably do anything that only two. If only one person's played, we should probably disqualify it. I know some of these we didn't do that, but just in general. Okay.
Yeah, unless
Did you guys
have a
ever play
very
this
strong
one? This is Spider-Man. This was like when the first Spider-Man Tobey Maguire movie came out. It's Green Goblin and stuff like that. Did y'all play this one?
Is this the one where you could fall to your death? There was no ground.
Not into the. Yes, you. If you went too far down, you'd fall and die. You couldn't like walk around on the city streets. But it didn't have smoke. One of them had like smoke. It didn't have smoke.
Yeah, no, it's not the smoke one. Although I did play that at my dentist's office growing up. The other one
classic.
I also played.
Spider-Man 2. It's down here.
Yeah, we'll get to
that one.
We'll get to it. That one is good. Not as good as Spider-Man 2. It's a C tier game.
Yeah. I would say I loved it just because I was a kid. And I just was like, Spider-Man game. And I played like the Spider-Man PS1. And then this one came out and I just was like, I need this game. And then I even went to Walmart or Target or something, and my parents talked to one of like the teenagers that worked at Target and was like, what's this game like? And they were like, it's okay. And so my parents were like, Luke, they said it was an okay game, are you sure you still want it? And I was like, yes, I need it. So I loved it and this game had so many cheat codes. Do you remember that era of video games, all the cheat codes and stuff? You could just like,
oh dude, there
was like a Matrix cheat code that like when you fought, it would turn into slow motion and stuff. It's like all cool kinds of cool shit like that. But yeah, I would say maybe high C. It's not really a great game, honestly, but it's got a place in my heart. It's one of those games. Metroid. So this one, Boston, you mentioned. By the way, maybe we can do. Why don't we do the Elden Ring? And then we'll wrap up this first part.
All right, finish strong. All right.
Yeah.
So Metroid Fusion, one of my favorite games on Game Boy Advance, and I really enjoyed it. I think the level design was really good. The story was good. It really pushed boundaries for the Game Boy Advance in regards to like storytelling and the way that they did it. We can disqualify it. Good game though.
Wait, I played it. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, I didn't know you played it. I made a huge assumption there. Okay.
Where would you put it?
I played Metroid.
Actually,
too.
Notice this. See how this is going stair steps? We're actually doing pretty good. See how it's like we need to be more. Actually, here's how I just describe it. as we move up, we should be more picky about what gets the honor of GOAT and S tier and A tier and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
That should
that's kind of how I'm playing it. Is like I agree. I liked Metroid, but like looking at the list, and I don't know if I can put it above a C tier.
Yeah, it would be in the C tier. We're gonna have to re-rank all of C tier. Just throw it in there for now.
No, yeah, I think
these
the bigger
games are
battle
all
is
like
going to
very
be.
similar levels to me.
I think the big filtration is going to be at the C tier. That's where we're going to figure out where the slop is, and where like you know what I mean. But that's
we gotta start
later.
putting stuff in F tier too. We're gonna have to really be picky and push stuff down. All right.
You can move Halo 4 right now to F. I'm so cool with that.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, the fact that I didn't even know which one it was, like, not even the fact that I didn't know which one it was, but the fact that
Like,
I got confused.
we all know Halo 1. We all know Halo
4.
2. We all know Halo 3.
4 failed.
And then it's like, which one's Halo
What was
4 again? I don't really remember it. And it's like, yep.
Halo 4, there's only one thing I liked about Halo 4. There's a joke that they make where Cortana is like, they called that guy such and such. And Chief goes, not anymore. That's the only part of it that I liked. You know, like that was it. That was it.
All right, Sunshine. I barely played this. This is kind of like Smash Brothers for me, where like my friend had a PlayStation. My friend had a PlayStation where we played Mario. My friend had a GameCube, and I like watched someone play it. I maybe played it for like 5 minutes. I saw like the Dark Mario. I saw that you like are like janitor Mario and you clean everything up and stuff with the hose. But I just never played it enough to have an opinion. So for me, it's disqualified.
Okay, I was gonna say
Disqualified for me too. I never played it. Didn't even know it was a game till just now.
That was the pinnacle
really?
of the Mario games. I don't think there was a better Mario game that came
Well,
out.
I mean, like I know, like I never played
Sunshine.
Mario Galaxy. I never played even Super Mario 64. I played a lot, but I never like beat the game. I never had the system to beat the whole game. You know, so I just have limited knowledge. Why did you pick this game though? I guess you said it's one of the best Mario games. What makes you say that? Where would you put it? We'll have to disqualify it because we haven't played it. But where would you put it in here?
A tier. I put both this one and Super Mario 64 in A tier. I thought they were both Super Mario 64.
64 I would put S tier, A tier. I think
the 3D and everything, and like the 3D kind of gameplay of like an adventure. We're gonna go to this world. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna get through the puzzle like this, whatever. That was the first step in that direction. And then every Mario game since then, I think, has imitated it. Super Mario Sunshine, I think, did it better than any of them. As far as like, it was like innovative. You have this like water pack, and then the water pack turns into a jetpack, and the jetpack turns into a fucking super soaker, and the super soaker needs to be used. You know what I mean? And like, the game was constantly evolving throughout the game, and the story went with it. I thought for a long time about whether or not Super Mario Sunshine was better than Luigi's Mansion. And I think it was. I thought Luigi's Mansion was very good. You know, like I remember playing that and being like, "Dude, this is."
I do like that Luigi's Mansion's darker. Like it's got like this.
Oh, the
dark,
Simpsons
like,
game was called Hit and Run. It just hit me because I had like a flashback right now of my childhood playing both of those games.
I saw Driver. Speaking of driving games, I saw Driver and Taxi Driver and all those games, and I was like, "Oh, that's a throwback." Those games. But
yeah,
maybe I can add some more games to this if you guys think of them. I got to figure out how to make sure this doesn't get wiped out. I might need to screenshot it and we might need to rebuild it. But Elden Ring.
Yep.
Cue the Elden Ring music for 3 seconds.
So I'm gonna assume. Let me see if I can guess. Eddie would put it in high A or S. Boston would put it in GOAT.
You are right on the money. Elden Ring was it's a masterpiece. It is a You know how they say you have to go to Europe because you have to see these statues that Michelangelo did, and like they debate about whether like this one is better than that one, or this painting, or the Sistine Chapel, or what is the best thing Michelangelo ever did. But you can it's universally agreed they're masterpieces. I think we can go ahead and say that about Elden Ring. I didn't like Elden Ring as much as other people did, but I thought it was unbelievable how many people that never played a Souls game picked up Elden Ring and finished it, and universally agreed this game is a masterpiece. But I didn't play a single Souls game, and I picked it up, and I struggled through it. Boston had to carry me through half that game. Excuse me. And when I finally finished it, I was left with the resounding feeling that this was a masterpiece.
So
I got to put it in S tier.
So, all right, which is it, Boston? It's going to be S or GOAT. Which one?
GOAT.
Really? Better than Skyrim?
Yes.
Better than
I might even
Melee for you?
say that it's
I personally don't have as strong of opinion of Smash Brothers as I
Right.
do of Elden Ring. So I'm okay like tying them up. Like
So,
to be honest,
so
I think that they could flip flop back and forth.
to throw my opinion there, I think there is something about Souls games that doesn't quite appeal to me. Like I like Night Rain. I liked like the more I learned about the games. I appreciate the games a lot. I think I would put it lower though for me, maybe A tier. So what if we put it at the bottom of GOAT? As compromise.
Okay.
I'd be okay
Still
with
a
that.
goat.
Elden Ring ruined other games for me.
Yeah, I
was
mean
gonna
this.
say
I
that
mean,
I think-
honestly, if I'm speaking for, really quick, Eddie. If I'm speaking for
No,
other
you're-
people, it's like, dude, people just fucking love this game. They just love it. They just so many different types of people that I know. They just love Elden Ring, and so even when I'm like hesitant about it, I'm like, dude, it's just got to be something wrong with me because people just love it so much. So for me, it's like lower because I think I'm also just kind of a noob.
You gotta-
I think I'm just like a noob. So
You
like,
gotta
there's
suffer through the whole thing.
Yeah, and
It's a labor of love.
yeah. So
You
And I
don't
got
have
into
to
it kinda
suffer through
late,
it.
too.
That's a lie. You have to suffer through certain sections. But
sure,
it's
a lot.
But I mean, you
Elden
have to
Ring was
get-
a lot for me
you have to
to
get through it.
digest. Even
Really
just
appreciate it.
staggering. I didn't even know what staggering was when I played Elden Ring. Staggering?
there's a lot
Like
of
all
hidden
those
mechanics.
things?
I had to do a lot
Yeah.
of online research to understand what was happening, but like as I played more and as I understood the mechanics better, it made it like even more enjoyable than when I was just getting like cooked in the beginning of the game. To get out of the first section, Limgrave, I don't think you guys realize how long I had to spend in Limgrave getting to be able to beat Margit. Like it was weeks before I even like got through Margit when I picked
Yeah.
that game up because I just had to learn it all. But then as you understand it and you just like start to realize certain things are working and certain things aren't working and you just adjust and then it becomes the most fluid game I've ever played in my entire life in regards to like combat, and the world building was absolutely exceptional. So it's goated for me.
And it's huge.
Ruined
Too.
other
It's kind of
games.
surprised like
When-
how many weapons, how many levels, how many enemies, how many bosses. It's just like
Yeah, that's
bloated.
that's kind of my
with
position.
stuff.
That's kind of my position on it. I was thinking that like earlier when I was talking about like some people might get on the hill of Mass Effect 2 and be ready to die on it. I don't know that I would be, but I respect the battle that they're having. I think that battle is against like it's like the Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies kind of situation where like it's like an FFA. There's multiple armies coming in to fuck everybody up, and I think one of those armies is Elden Ring, as far as like the greatest RPG of all time. Like I said, I didn't,
It's up there.
I suffered through it,
People
but
love
like even after I suffered through it, once I was like relatively good, dude, there were days. I'm not talking about hours. I'm talking about days where Boss and I would just go at each other in multiplayer. Just for
That's
hours.
true. I forgot about the
You know?
duels too. Oh, I wish you had it installed. I'll cook you later tonight. Oh
Like, for hours. It
gosh.
was different. And then we would get bored of the builds that we had and we'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do this whole build. Because we had so many fucking sacred tiers because we had done each other's playthroughs. Like he had to drag me through my first playthrough, and then on the second playthrough, I was making my way through it or whatever. And then at that point, he was on his like third or fourth. But then I would go jump in on his because at that point, it was getting too hard for him to like get through on his own the way that he wanted to. And then there was a point where we were both exceptional at that game. We were playing it every single.
I beat the base game at least 3 times. I think I'm in the middle of my 4th playthrough of the base game.
And like I said, I didn't even like it.
great.
And I
That's
think
something
that
we
speaks to it.
to be said about Elden Ring too is the people that love Elden Ring they'd marry it. They'd marry Elden Ring. They'd be like
Yeah,
forever
no,
all time. I just love it. It's not like I played Doom Eternal. Oh, I forgot to put the God of War games in here. Anyway, I played Doom
I thought about the God of
Eternal.
War games.
I played Doom Eternal all the way through the campaign. If someone was like, "Do you want to play the campaign again?" I'd be like, I mean, I had fun. I just don't know that I'd want to play it again. But I played God of War 2018, and it's one of the first games on New Game Plus where I was like, I want to keep getting armor. I just want to play it again. I want to see the story a second time, and like played the game a second time through. Elden Ring oh, look at that. My friend's playing Elden Ring right now. Just popped up on my screen. When people play Elden Ring,
I
like
almost
they'll
want
play
to buy you
forever.
Xbox Elden Ring, like send you the money for it so that we can all log in and like just run through it together. And you'll have fun because it won't, like with Eddie and I, the difficulty won't be as bad.
I mean, I don't even
You
know the
know.
difficulty. So like, I play an FPS game, And like I love the concept of aiming and shooting and having to hit headshots and this gun versus that gun and positioning and flanking. Like FPS games are just so sick to me. When I play Elden Ring, it's like the same level of competition, but the mechanics are all different types of mechanics. And
yeah, and it's honestly way more complicated.
Yeah, and it's like it's a different type of complicated too. It's like it's way more build oriented and stuff. It's just different. And I already talked about not always being like a super gamer. Like I haven't played like tons and tons of video games, so my noobishness starts to come out in some. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'd be down to play it. I'd be down to try it. No promises though. That
for
I would.
For me, it's not the story. It's not the gameplay. It's not the twist. It's not the turns. It's not what you can do, what you can't do. All the different endings. The thing that keeps bringing me back to the game, and honestly, this is, I think, one of the hallmarks of Elden Ring is if you complete it, whether you like it or not, you will come back and play it again. Because, like I said, I didn't really enjoy the game in that sense. Like I said, Boston had to drag me through it. But I did go back and play the second time because I was ready to dance with some of these motherfuckers again. Like I just did not like that they whooped my ass one too many times. And I needed Boston to get me through it. And like
But how good did it feel when like I would die and you would like solo the last third of the health, you know?
It was pretty impressive. Yeah, no, there was a couple times, you're not wrong. That's the thing is like, it draws emotions out of you, Elden Ring.
Yeah, really and maybe that's really, the other thing is I need to put the time in to like struggle. Because I didn't even beat Margit. I beat Margit sort of, but I beat Margit with my friends with their super weapons. And then I was just toast after that because I didn't know what to do. So then I did another new game, and in that second new game, I never beat Margit. So I've kind of been in Lingrave for a long time, and maybe that's part of it. I'm like, dude, Elden Ring is just Lingrave to me. That's the only place I've been the whole time.
Yeah. So like I'm.
Plus, you're an explorer. You love the exploring too. I don't know if I always like the exploring. I feel kind of aimless.
That's okay because the game's big enough. Like if you were to just play it with us, like if you didn't want to solo it at all and you just wanted to run it with Eddie and I, like it because we're a higher level, I will make sure that you're at the correct level because I have such like powerful shit that I can just level you up for free. So I'm like,
let's just put this.
So you don't have to do the grindy run around the area, kill the mobs that you're supposed to do before the boss. I'll just be like, dude, we got to go get this incantation, and then I'll get you a couple levels. We'll go fight this guy, and because I'll be explaining the mechanics, I know you're a smart dude. You'll pick it up so fast, and then you'll be like, I get it now, and then you'll put 500 hours in it. Like
and then I'll put it in GOAT too.
Bro, so yeah, let's just do this, bro. Because we can talk. We can write a whole fucking podcast about.
I'll buy half of the game for Luke on Xbox if you buy half of the game for Luke, and then you uninstall all the weird games you have and reinstall Elden Ring.
No shot I'm uninstalling my weird games. But what I will tell you is that we should definitely run a Let's Play, the three of us. Because it will be
You've never even beaten the DLC yet, so we could like end it with all three of us running the end of the DLC.
You haven't beaten the DLC. I will run the DLC up to the Twin Knight of the Moon again. And then I will maybe fight Mesmer half a dozen times with you and Luke. But the thing is, I'm not putting in the 57 tries it's going to take to beat Mesmer.
Is Elden Ring 3-player or 4-player?
You can do 3.
I know
it scales the boss's health to the 3 players, but
right.
I'm way better at Elden Ring than I am at Night Rain. And I think with the 3 of us, I will like completely build around a support build again and like keep you guys in there with me. Because like I think we should cut this podcast now because I could just get in the weeds for another 30 minutes on this.
Everett, just to wrap it up, wrapping it up maybe halfway through. There's our list. We will continue later. Thanks, everybody.